With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The linebacker, Eric Walden, the one to get him down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play action. Now Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mark Barron coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle here to Brown. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's the Boise State line. Jay Ajayi. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
He gets it to Brown, complete. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
Penny, the first down carry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. This is Ajayi, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now it's gone. They got a man over the middle. It's It's Woods. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Here we go.
On the counter, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson. Going to throw again. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got room. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bobby Wagner in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking deep downfield. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow, and this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds. Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too. So
the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Gurley. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
All right. Come on out.
Now it's Gurley. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. Oh, he sheds himself free. Ajayi's going to go. The 30. Past the 20. A big play there from Ajayi. 64 yards on the ground. He was able to set the edge on the left side, and the O-line able to set the edge well, too, on that side. They did a good job blocking out in front.
And you and I both know there's only a set amount of blockers that can be out in front. But didn't it feel like there was double on that play to open up the path?
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack.
14.
It's third and long here.
Run left.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Caught right side. Jerron Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Penny will try to punch it in. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go.
He's going to get it running right, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ajayi with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.